Welcome Geminis to your weekly love tarot reading. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'd like to welcome you guys, and for those of you that are returning, I'd like to welcome you back, and of course thank you for your continued support. So as always, the reading here is going to be a general tarot spread and it won't resonate with everyone, so please take what resonates with you personally and discard the rest. Or perhaps you may be interested in a personal tarot spread with me. To do so, please feel free to inquire. I am going to list my email address just down the bottom of the video here where the show more section is, along with all the different types of readings that I offer. So the spread that I'm doing here today is intended for Gemini Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising. I did have a card that popped out. I mean, I feel like that's a message. I'm not going to ignore that. I'm not going to overlook that. So there we go. I'll shuffle the rest. So yes, the reading here is intended for Gemini Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising. And of course for those of you that are cross-watching as well, that's better. Let's take a look at the messages here that are coming through for you, Gemini. Okay, what is it that you need to hear? Five of Wands, that's a strong card here, Gemini. Okay, let's take a look at the remaining cards here. You've got the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords here, the Hangman. Now for the bottom row, the Four of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Hermit, and the Four of Cups. Okay, interesting. From what I can see, there is a strong disconnection happening in a connection here. A disconnection happening in a connection or in a relationship. I'm seeing silence. I'm seeing emotional avoidance. I'm seeing a mental disconnection, and I feel like that's due to the distance and the silence that is happening between the two of you now, but also an emotional disconnection as well. Okay, there's a lot of silence. I feel like there's a lack of communication, and what there really needs to be right now, especially, within your connection here, is communication, and a lot more of it. Because I feel like this distance that I'm seeing, someone here is wedging distance here, or someone here is avoiding, they're either emotionally avoiding something, or they're avoiding discussing something, they're avoiding addressing something. And that avoidance, that distance, that silence, this is what's creating the separation, is what I'm seeing. It's, that is ultimately what is creating the separation between you and your person of interest here. Person of interest, that sounds very criminal. Your special person, rather. So the Five of Wands did pop out first, and I wasn't going to ignore it because I feel like it's bringing in a strong message here. There's a need for you to clear the air, Gemini. You need to clear the air with someone, because I can feel there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of strain that's being put on this connection of yours. Someone here feels in fight mode. So I'm not sure if you've had a possible disagreement with your special someone, or if you have gotten into a fight that's all of a sudden escalated to the point where you guys aren't talking now, or you're avoiding something. Okay? Maybe some of you are talking, but the communication isn't proper. I feel like you guys are either walking on eggshells around each other, or you're purposely avoiding having to deal with the issues, okay? The issues that brought up this Five of Wands type of situation. Someone here is feeling emotionally dysregulated, irritated, very frustrated with their current connection with you, or your current connection with them, and with the current relationship. Now guys, bear in mind, when I do this spread, the energies can be reversible, they can be interchangeable. So it could be you, or it could be a special someone. So take it as it personally relates to you and your situation. All right. Okay, so what else? Yeah, I feel like someone is hiding up, covering up their insecurities, is what I'm seeing. It does feel very overwhelming. This situation that you're currently dealing with, it feels a little bit much. Someone here with the Five of Pentacles is feeling as though they're feeling a little unloved. They're feeling misunderstood. They're feeling a little ignored here as well. They're feeling as though the situation right now seems a little hopeless, okay? underappreciated. I'm not sure if this is you, Gemini, or if this is the energies of your special someone, but I definitely feel like you've fallen upon some difficult times in your connection here. Okay, and again, I'm getting a sense that I feel like someone here feels almost invisible in the connection, or they feel really misunderstood by you, or you feel misunderstood by them. Okay, you're really wanting to make this work from what I can see. Okay, but I'm also seeing someone here. I get a strong sense that someone here has a low self-esteem, Gemini, that maybe is being projected onto you here. With the Ace of Swords and the fact that it hovers above the Hermit here, so someone here is being silent, or if they are communicating, okay, it's not proper communication, as I mentioned before. Rather, it's very surface level, and it's just they're not actually saying or telling you what they really mean. Or perhaps you're not telling them what you really mean and what you really feel, okay? Someone here is holding back due to some sort of confusion. You may be scared that if you were to, dish out the truth here, that they would not be able to handle it, because I am seeing like a low self-esteem or low insecurity. Yeah, I feel like someone here is not coming forward. There should be communication though, because like I said, the longer you guys are going to drag this on, like the longer you're going to, drag this silence or this distance, or the longer you're going to avoid something here, the bigger it's going to become. Because, the bigger this gap is going to get. So basically, I feel like this distance or this silence between you is causing a separation, is causing for you guys to become further and further apart, okay? Because you guys are doing a lot of thinking about each other. I mean, look at all this air energy. So I feel like you may be dealing with a strong air sign here, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Strong water energy as well, I'm leaning towards. I know you only got the Four of Cups, but I'm feeling some of you are dealing with a Cancer, a Pisces, possible Scorpio as well. And of course you do have the earth and fire. I mean, you've got all elements, but I'm strongly drawn to the air and water here. So I feel like you avoiding the situation or them avoiding this situation is only making it worse, okay? It's only making it worse. For some of you, you may have been blocked by this person. If not physically, then this person is mentally or emotionally blocking you. And again, all of this is just creating a distance between you. Because I feel like if you guys won't address this, if you won't address this issue, or if you guys won't address, if you won't address the problem here, the problem is going to escalate. And I feel like what might happen is someone here may do a slow fade from the connection, whether this is you or whether this is them, slowly become disengaged, like not be as willing to put as much energy into the connection, and they'll do like the slow fade. Instead of ghosting you, they'll slowly fade out. Or perhaps this is you might be interested in doing the slow fade, just because there'll be, at the end of this, there'll be so many issues and you won't know how to deal with it, because you guys aren't communicating here. And communication is really important for you, Gemini, especially, when it comes to relationships. It's very important for you to communicate. But I feel like either you're doing a lot of the communicating here and the other person isn't receiving it. They're not quite understanding you. Maybe you feel misunderstood, or it's the other way around here. Yeah, I'm seeing silence. I'm seeing someone giving you the silent treatment, or you giving them the silent treatment. And I understand, there may be some frustration or some irritation, but I feel like you have to release that resentment. You have to release that frustration, and you have to deal with the issue here, because you are avoiding the issue, or them avoiding the issue. Truthfully speaking, is not going to make it go away. In fact, it's going to get worse. You don't fix a problem with another problem, right? So yeah, someone here I feel like is holding back. They're holding back. They're not telling you how they truly feel, or you're not telling them how they truly feel. You guys are dealing with some sort of stress or some sort of strain on the relationship. There's a fair bit of issues that need fixing, because ultimately this is going to drive you further and further apart. I feel like it's already created, or it's already wedged some sort of distance between the two of you. Now, don't allow for that gap to get any bigger. Okay, Gemmies, that is your spread. So thank you for watching and listening. Please show your support by subscribing to the channel, by liking, commenting, or sharing. For those of you that are interested in a personal tarot spread, please feel free to email me. Otherwise, take care, guys. I'll catch up with you later in the week.